I'd almost forgotten about this one. It's, I don't know what it is. It's a funny little thing, a ParkZone. Well, I don't actually know what it's meant to be. Sort of a Cessna-ish sort of thing. It's another one that came in that same job lot of stuff I got like last year. It's obviously old. Famous last words. I'm trying to see if I can hold the battery on with a rubber band, because I don't trust that. Someone's made this neat little sort of foam board case for it, and it has that weird little charging stand. There's getting to be a little bit of wind, which isn't good for this guy, because this guy is, you know, your indoor, no windy type of thing. And with the breath of wind that's getting up now, I may or may not even be able to fly it, but we'll try. Let me certainly have this out the way. Ow! Come on, out the way. Yeah, I see there's definitely a bit of wind getting up there. You can see the whatnot. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, he's not wild about flying with this wind around. It's a bit hard to fly something this tiny with wind. I had him out indoors, I think, at Silaps once. He's fine there. He's struggling with this wind, though. You know, because he's got no power. Very little power, anyway, and no stabilization, and he's light as anything, so... The gluing on of bits of wood to fix him was not me. That was already done when I got him. Yeah, this was another one that was in with that pile of miscellaneous stuff that I got from that guy the other side of Hamilton. He was selling it all on Kijiji, and it wasn't even his. Well, I mean, not that he didn't own it. I mean, he had the right to sell it and whatever. But I mean, he just bought it as a job lot from somewhere, and then came to the conclusion he really wasn't going to do anything with it, and just sold it on to me. Yeah, well, this is clearly not the conditions to be trying to fly this guy, really, but... And frankly, not that it really matters that vastly, you can see, if anything, he's leaning to being tail-heavy as it is, and he's got a dime on his nose. The point of the dime on his nose was to rebalance him, but even with the dime on his nose, he leans towards, nearly threw him into my head there. Not that it would do you any great harm, but I think we're running out of power now anyway. Yeah, oh, I'm going to have to go and get him. I was trying to bring him back, but I couldn't get him to turn. He's running out of power, and I couldn't get him to turn into the wind. Oh, the wind's coming from behind me. Trying to bring him back, but he did not want to come. So, you know, his servos are pretty twitchy. Never a good sign when servos are twitchy, but I've got a couple of old planes that have twitchy servos and still seem to fly. And, you know, God, look at him. I mean, he's been chewed around and repaired in various ways, but he still flies. It's almost surprising that he does fly at all, but he does. I don't even know what you'd call it. It's definitely a ParkZone plane. Minium 3, I've never even heard of that. Some sort of weird old system and whatever. Basically, looks as if it's some kind of a Cessna model. I don't think Well, I mean, that's confusing because it makes it look like a tail dragon. It isn't, you see. Yeah, probably had some stickers on originally or something, and they've gone the way of all things. But anyway, there you go, another funny little plane that still sort of flies.